Well, good afternoon, and welcome to this Wednesday, January 6th, 2021 edition of our Wednesday midweek devotion here at Clear Lake United Methodist Church. I want to begin by saying Happy New Year and also share with you it's good to be back as I took some time off during the holidays to spend time with my wife and family. But yet I'm back here in Clear Lake, and so it's good to be back. Today, we're not going to hear from the Psalms as today is Epiphany. And so I want to share with you a scripture from Isaiah, the 60th chapter, verses 1 through 6. For those of you that might have been watching this past Sunday, it should be familiar to you, but yet I sort of want to focus on it today as I truly believe it helps us in discerning and how we deal with things that are taking place in the world around us today, as it does give us guidance, it gives us hope, it gives us promise, and something to look forward to. So hear these words. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For darkness shall cover the earth, and thick darkness the peoples. But the Lord will rise upon you, and his glory will appear over you. Nations shall come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Lift up your eyes and look around. They all gather together. They come to you. Your sons shall come from far away, and your daughters shall be carried on their nurses' arms. Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be brought to you. The wealth of the nations shall come to you. A multitude of camels shall cover you. The young camels of Midian and Ephah, all those from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and frankincense, and shall proclaim the praise of the Lord. The word of God for the people of God. What I really like about just this snippet of the 60th chapter is that right off the bat in these first 6 verses, there are 2 major themes that are lifted up. The first of which is that the light of God's glory will draw all nations, or better yet for us today, all peoples to Jerusalem. Think about that for a moment. On this day of Epiphany, where the Magi came from the east following a star, following that light, and as I said in my message this past Sunday, following the light and looking to the light, that same light calls us, that same star calls us. The light of God's glory will draw us back to God. That's really what it's saying here, my friends. In the midst of all the stuff that's going on in the world today, if we focus on the light, then we as God's children will return to him. Now think about that just for a moment. How glorious that will be when all of God's children return home. Yes, in our passage it says that the children will return to Jerusalem, but yet for us, the prophet Isaiah is really lifting up, if we follow the light calls us. The light will raise us up, and we shall return home. Not just in our lives today, but for eternity in the end. That's the promise that's there for us, as the prophet Isaiah lifts up. There's hope in that. There's strength in that. Especially in the time that we're living in today with, as I've said many times, all the stuff that's taking place. I urge you, I pray for you, I encourage you to turn to the light. For God's glory draws us all There's nothing else here on earth that can compare. There's nothing else here on earth that can take that place, that can lead us to that eternal home. Because everything here on earth is nothing but stuff. It will fade away, it will rust, and it will destroy. So again, I cry out to you as I cry out to God each and every day, that we would all follow the light of God in all that we do, in all that we say, and in all that we are. God bless, and have a great rest of the day and the rest of the week. And I encourage you, and I hope and pray that you will join us this coming Sunday, January 10th at 9:30 for our worship service, as we celebrate the baptism of the Lord. Again, God bless.